What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Southside Skate Park YouTube channel, where we review products before they're coming out, as they're coming out, and sometimes even after they come out. Today, here in the bone box, we have the Paul Rodriguez Zoom Air Low Black Varsity Red Flint Gray. The shoe is going to MSRP for $125. It's releasing September 13th. That's going to be this Saturday. Check it out, man. Here it comes, the second colorway of the P-Rod 1. Now, if you remember when the previous P-Rod, the celebratory, 20-year all-white leather with the platinum details, 2005, the P-Rod 1 debuts, and then here we are 20 years later with the P-Rod 1 is back. And, we really thought that first all-white leather with the platinum details that happened this year, I just thought that'd be it. Like, there's your 20-year, congratulations, and kind of moving on. But it was somewhat hinted at that the P-Rod 1 was going to live, because almost immediately as that white leather is releasing, we start to see images of his second colorway right here, right? It's going to be red, gray, black, whereas the white version that came out that I really thought was going to be maybe all we saw was a white leather. Everything about this shoe is going to be suede. So we have a nice suede, black suede wrapping around the toe. We have a perforated, nice soft gray nubuck toe right there. We have that same material, that same nice gray nubuck up above the swoosh here. The swoosh panel is a perforated, feels like a suede to me. Could be a rough nubuck, but pretty good there. Check out the heels. Perforation, that PR, celebrating Paul Rodriguez with that repeat. We have an embroidered Nike on the heel. The embroidered Nike SB logo there on the tongs. We have the visible airbag that you can see on the left and right of the heel, and you can also see it from the back, which is a really cool detail. Right here we have red and black soles with a nice herringbone tread for traction, somewhat of a phylon here, kind of pre-phylon era. The PR right there, right at that little spot right there, kind of bringing in the OG dunk dot right there. The heel with a little bit more kind of perforation potentially, but it's got the herringbone in the sole kind of everywhere you want it, and the forefoot and heel. It's looking clean. I like this colorway. I feel like this colorway is going to be highly wearable for sure. We do have a white midsole, the black outsole, the Zoom Air detail right there. You see it kind of totally in there. So Zoom Air, the visible airbag. We do have a lace option, which is nice. It's going to be red right there. We're definitely going to get into that. What else do we have going on here? Let's kind of check this out. We're reviewing a size 9 because that's producer Sean's size. Producer Sean actually snagged the all white leather, and so in a little bit on the on foot, you can actually kind of come out of the all white leather and get into this the suede version, and hopefully be able to tell you guys these differences or any kind of things you need to be aware of regarding the fit. The insole itself is just the original perforated insole that came with it back in 05. There's no reason for the air unit because you have the air unit in the sole itself. So this shoe is looking sick. It's an MSRP of $125. This sole and the whole shoe just seems like it's pretty durable. It's kind of has all the right materials in all the right places for skateboarding. All right, it's time for the ratings. What am I gonna rate this shoe? So this shoe in 2005, actually Southside wasn't even a Nike SB account yet. That came in 2006. Really, the P-Rod 2 is kind of where Southside sort of picks up. We did not have a chance to really purchase these shoes. There wasn't an SB account in Houston at the time. So we really missed out on the P-Rod 1. If I were to rate the shoe with the black lace, I'm just gonna give it like a 7. I realize there's like a high collectability factor. These are also incredibly limited. You also have a lot of individuals that were aware of this shoe in 2005. This was his second colorway, the all suede, which I'm sure they were waiting for at that time because it's gonna be a more skatable material and upper. And those people are definitely wanting to reconnect with that shoe. All right, you guys, I'm back. I've got that lace up right there with the red lace. I think it definitely kind of helps like allow the swoosh to participate with the shoe and its overall aesthetic, just at a glance or from a distance. I like it better with the red lace for sure. I'm gonna run it up to a to an 8.5. This shoe, due to its collectability and limited nature, and it is celebrating Paul Rodriguez and his 20-year legacy with Nike SB, man, it's an 8.5. I think the MSRP is fair. This is a nice upper, nice sole. You even get a Zoom Air unit with that. There they are kind of side by side, so you can kind of check that out. We're releasing once again Saturday, September 13th at your local Nike SB retailer. Definitely hit them up. Man, I'm not sure how we're releasing these yet, you guys. I don't know. I feel like lately some of our raffles, we've been emailing winners and people aren't really responding, and that's been kind of lame. A little bit of a struggle with that, which is kind of a bummer. I hate to put on a raffle and then have just the participation is a little suspect, you know? We do have a lot of things employed to fight bots and things like that. And everybody who's not responding, we do end up blocking those emails and those profiles. All right, here we are, everyone. The new P-Rod 1 bread. Well, I guess not really new, but semi, re-release from 20 years ago. Just comparing these two. I might just be more of a suede guy, but it just feels like this like suede and nubuck and everything on this shoe is way more premium. It just feels like this is, I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid, but this feels like it's just a cheaper material than this suede does. And that might just be a personal preference of mine, with me liking suede shoes more. But we shall see. Okay, now that we got these on foot, I'm gonna keep these kind of just here. I like them. Like I said, I think I'm more of a suede guy. I think these feel better on my feet than these guys are. I kind of wish that these came out first. I know back in the day, P-Rod mentioned that he had made, that Nike had made a personal pair for him in the white ones in all suede, which I think would be a perfect shoe. But obviously, that didn't happen for the public. But these are sick, man. I think they look good in some black pants. To me, just looking down on them, I think it's just also how they're laced up, but they're not as wide as the white leather ones. They look, they just look more, these remind me very much of like older skate shoes, like old DVSs and audios. And while these just remind me more of something more you'd get nowadays, a little slimmer, but this with some extra padding. Yeah, and about the fit about these, I wear a size 9 in about every shoe I've ever bought. These fit perfectly as a size 9. There is probably no reason for me to ever go up or down with these. I do think these suedes fit a little better than the leathers, like I was saying. So if I was you and you're on the lookout for these, I would definitely go true to size. I'm also not a believer in the whole true to size thing, and I think that you got to go in and try shoes on, because every shoe is constructed differently and your foot is different than my foot. But here's the bottom of them. I think they look pretty dope. Like the little fake carbon fiber plate, whatever you want to call it. The embossment's tight. All right, y'all have a good one. Peace. So it looks like this version of the shoe will not have those lace locks. And I don't know if that's lockstep with the original rollout of the P-Rod 1. Like it came with lace lock, and then when they got into the second version, or the second colorway, which I have in my hand here, it didn't get that lace lock. In looking at this shoe, I don't see any differences between the shoe that came out 20 years ago and this shoe itself. If you see anything different from the original shoe and the shoe that I'm holding in my hand that's releasing this Saturday, let us know. Like, were the eyelet, was the eyelet red? Just something about it, like what am I missing here? Like that'd be great. Could have referenced some images on Google, whatever, but honestly, like it's more fun just to ask you guys. So just comment below. Also comment below, like, are you into these? Do you want to see more P-Rod 1 hit the market? Is this going to be like an ongoing thing? Have you seen any other maybe like leaked images of other colorways coming our way? At this time, this is the last kind of version that I've seen. So this may be the last one we get. Good luck to everybody looking to connect with these, and thanks for the support. I'm Big O. Your skateboarding has been Southside Skate Park's priority for 30 years. If you want to get at us, we are Southside HTX on Instagram. You can support us 24/7, 365 at southsideskateshop.com. I definitely appreciate everybody who's like, follow, subscribe, telling their friends about our reviews and our first looks. And yeah, that's what's up. So I'll see you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you guys right here next time at the Southside Skate Park YouTube channel, where your skateboarding has been our priority for the last 30 years. See you guys.